Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're going to be doing a review on the CyberPowerPC Gamer Supreme Gaming Desktop AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D, 32 gigabytes of memory, Nvidia GeForce RTX 4070 Super, 12 gigabyte, 2 terabyte SSD with an 850 watt power supply, currently on sale at Best Buy for $1,549.99. That is a current savings of $150. I will put a link in the description for this if this is something that you would like to pick up for yourself. Now, I bought this almost a week ago, and I have had the liberty now of spending a few days with this, and I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on this. So right now we're currently playing some Spider-Man 2. We are utilizing the full settings, like this is ultra settings at 1440p. We have this hooked to a LG 27-inch monitor that is compatible with Nvidia G-Sync, and the max frame rate is 165 hertz. I guess I could actually potentially just give you the information over here on this. So as you can see, we're running in here in this type of an area at about 145 frames a second, but we are going to go ahead and jump out of this mission, and we're going to see how well this runs out in the open. Now, I am running the newest drivers on here, and we are not having any of the crashing or any of that kind of stuff that we were having previously on the game. There has been multiple patches now to go ahead and fix that up. I've tested multiple games on my 1080p monitor, the 1440p monitor, as well as 4K, and I want to say that this current build is probably best utilized right here at the 1440p range. You tend to get a pretty decent experience. Right now this game is allocating, what is it, 11 gigs of VRAM, but we're only actually using like 8.6 or 8.6. So we're not doing too bad, and we do have the full ray tracing on. We're about 5 on the distance of how far the ray tracing actually flows. But as you can see, we have a nice, pretty smooth experience overall. We do get some frame time spikes, but nothing too egregious. Nothing, I mean, this is absolutely playable. Feels incredible. I will be doing some videos comparing this to like PlayStation 5 Pro. As time goes on, you can see the Pro sitting right next to it. As you can see, the build of this thing is beautiful white. It's got the RGB all over it, with, you know, sitting next to the ROG Ally, the PlayStation 5 Pro. I definitely got a white keyboard and mouse for this bad boy from Ayula. Very, very nice. You can get that set for about $100 to go with this. Very, very nice. In terms of like thermals and stuff, this PC actually runs pretty cool. I haven't had any kind of overheating problems or anything like that. GPU is about 54 degrees right now, and the AMD CPU usually runs anywhere from like 60 to, yeah, it's like 60-ish. Right now, I think it's saying it's what, I don't know if that's actually, I don't think it's actually showing me that on there. But yeah, it usually runs about 60-ish degrees. It's right in line with what I'm running. Obviously, you have an AIO cooler on here, 270 millimeter or something. There's 2 fans, dual fans for that. There's 3 fans in the front. Overall, the case feels like it's definitely doing pretty good thermal wise. So I mean, I think what was it? Gamers Nexus did a review on this exact make and model, but his is the 9800X3D, and that one seems to be running significantly hotter. So I'm like, ooh boy, I don't know about that. But this actual model with the 7800X3D runs very, very nicely. I've been playing multiple games on here, having a lot of fun. Definitely an incredible build for the money. You can absolutely get this whole build for the cost of 150/80 and actually enjoy some gaming, which is absolutely fun. Now, there are some games that you can easily play at 4K, just some older stuff, definitely things that aren't too VRAM heavy. You start getting into that 12 gigabyte VRAM buffer, which is tight, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. That definitely feels pretty tight when you're playing a game like this right here. Especially if you try to do anything at 4K, you are going to you're stuck at 1440p 1080p like you are. Definitely a much higher gameplay, like in terms of performance wise when you're on 1080p. I think, like I said, 1440p is absolutely the spot. The build, very aesthetically pleasing. I really do love the way that this thing looks. One thing about the CyberPowerPC that I noticed was there is not any freaking bloatware on there like you would get from like your traditional pre-built, your like HPs and Alienwares and all that stuff. You're gonna get like all kinds of freaking bloatware on there. There's nothing on here. It was really clean installed. I think there was like the gigabyte stuff for their motherboard. There was and then obviously like the Windows programs and stuff. So there was like 4 icons or something on the desktop. I was like, dang, that is actually pretty dang much like building it yourself. There's like nothing. I mean, obviously we have the Nvidia drivers already downloaded, the gigabyte drivers downloaded, and then everything else. So in terms of like bloatware, absolutely, this is pretty solid that it doesn't have anything like that on there. Sorry guys, I just like swinging around as Spider-Man, so it's pretty fun. In terms of like price to performance, I actually think you're getting a pretty dang fair deal for this PC, around $1,600. Obviously, doing and delivering a better overall image quality than the PlayStation 5 Pro would be for half that cost. This is about twice the cost. Like I said, it's got that 850 watt power supply. Definitely not like a a super high quality one, but not necessarily something that I would be super duper worried about just yet. I mean, it does come with the one plug for the 16 plug power pin or 12 pin power plug, or whatever. There's just one wire coming out. This is a pretty nice PC, guys. Like, I'm actually pretty satisfied with this bad boy. Case is big, nice and big. Plenty of room to add another GPU in there if you wanted to. If you wanted to actually upgrade that, there is only one more SSD bay, so I don't know if that's something that would really bug you for the most part, but you would only be able to upgrade that once. And then you also have the one bay for a big hard drive. Obviously, you could probably or like your little SATA drives or something. You could definitely add like an 8 terabyte SATA in here, plus another M2 drive, so that would give you more than enough space. There's definitely room to grow. Obviously, it's using a full-on, all of the pieces, all the parts are real actual freaking PC parts, so upgradability on this thing is absolutely 100% doable. Worst case scenario, if you really like this case, at least if you really like this case, you can buy just a regular motherboard and upgrade your motherboard. You can 100% do, yeah, this is cool. Like the last pre-built that I bought was that HP Omen 30L, and that one had like a proprietary motherboard. It had a lot of proprietary stuff like in the case and stuff like this. This is actual freaking, like, you could buy the motherboard and still use all the extra stuff on here, because you could plug in your AIO, you could plug in all the other stuff. You could plug in all the case ports and everything like that. There was special wires for the HP Omen and everything to like plug in the AIO and all of that stuff, and it was really annoying to because I tried to upgrade that and it was just annoying. I even tried to buy a new motherboard and put it in there, but yeah, that didn't work. So here we are, my friends, with a whole nother build. And this is, I mean, that's kind of why I bought this. I needed something that I could check out some DLSS and see how it was looking with the new transformer model. And yeah, CyberPower came in and saved the freaking day and had an amazing deal for a PC. Something that was good. I really liked the 4070 Super when I bought that, so I wasn't really feeling too negative about that experience. Now, I will be doing more benchmarks and stuff on this PC, getting you out some more stuff. I was actually pretty busy this weekend with some other content that I needed to get filmed and ready for an embargo, so that will be coming out here on the 11th. But we're gonna turn around and we're gonna start, devoting some more time into to actually checking out this PC even more and like really running it, putting it through its paces. But as it sits right now for this price, I absolutely feel like this is a very fair price. I haven't had any issues playing any games on this. It's been pretty good. It's been the average Nvidia experience that it always is. Why do I keep going back that way? That's like so weird. Let's go over here and let's get over here into this. Start flying through here, man. Let's try to get as far away from the baseball field as we can go. Yeah, guys, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like this is one of them good PCs. Here's the thing. Like, any pre-built is going to essentially, you're going to grow out of it pretty quickly. So you got to look at this one here as potentially a 4-year. Well, yeah, about 4 years. You'd be able to get 4 years out of this easily, just the way it sits right now, playing at 1440p. I definitely think this is a 4-year PC. If you definitely need more, you can extend that to about six or 8 years, obviously, depending on the quality of like how long depending on how long that freaking power supply is going to last you. You could easily throw in one more GPU. This will handle up to a 5080 just due to the fact that like you've got an 850 watt power supply. So you can extend this pretty far. Like, you can definitely get a good 8 years out of this PC easily. And then, at that point, once you get to the point, I think that if this was your first PC, once you get to the point where you're going to start wanting to really upgrade this and learning more, like, you're going to have more than enough time and quality experience with this build to where like you'll be to a point where you'll know exactly what you want PC wise. So that's why I'm not so negative on people buying pre-builds, just because I know that if you bought something like this is going to satisfy you for a while, as long as you freaking play it the way it's made to be played on a 1440p monitor. Obviously games like Call of Duty, stuff like that, you should be able to, Fortnite, things like that. This is a pretty decent build for those types of games. So you'll be able to run this. You'll be able to run this for a while, guys. Like, this is a great build, honestly. For the price that this is, like, you're not getting ripped off. Like, I could probably build the same PC, maybe a little bit. I mean, obviously, if I was going with it would cost more, because my build is about the same. It's the 7800X 3D with a 7900 XTX. But when I had a 4070 Super in here, that was like $600 for my motherboard, my RAM, and my CPU. It was another $700. So that there we're already at 11. And then obviously a 2 terabyte drive is anywhere from 130 to something. So that's another 130 plus the AIO that I bought was another 100 and something bucks. So yeah, easily, like, for the parts that I've got on mine, they were significantly more. When I bought my 2 terabyte hard drive for that, it was $400. Now you can definitely get them significantly cheaper. So yeah, overall, I feel like you're getting a good build. Like, I feel like the parts are a little bit cheaper overall, but at the end of the day, like, it's still a good build. It's clean, it works, it gets the job done. Upgradability in terms of like, adding, more hard drives and stuff like that to it. Yeah, obviously you would need a significantly better motherboard. But right now you've got at least, you could easily upgrade to 9900X 3D, clearly, because you already got an X3D chip in here, so you could easily upgrade to that. You could, so that's at least another, you know, maybe one, maybe two CPU gens that you can go. I think this is a good build. I do. I think this is a good build. I think it's a fair price, and I feel like if you were to buy this, I think that you would be just as happy with it as I am. I'm actually pretty happy. Build quality and everything, I would give this probably an 8, a solid 8. Now I said a 7 the other day on my first impressions, but yeah, after playing around with this and like checking it out and like really having fun and playing around with this and experiencing this, yeah, this thing is absolutely a freaking 8. Like, it's aesthetically pleasing, it looks great, it's got really nice, yeah, it's got good specs, man. For this is a pretty high spec 1440p 1440p beast. You know, 32 gigs of RAM and stuff like that. Like, this is a decent build. Like, this is what I'm basically rocking on my 7900 XTX. So yeah, I like it. I think it's good. So if you guys like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.